Hello everyone, so MJ Players said they wanted a tutorial on how to do something like the survival game that I showed. So in this video I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to make loot tables, mainly for, and I'll put other tags in, but this video is mainly going to be about the loot tables. So what you want to do first is add whatever your loot is. You can be more specific, like different types of food, different types of water, stuff like that. So, but I just did food and water to keep it simple. Then add stuff like health, hunger, and thirst, so your character's conditions. And then what you want to do is, well, I'll wait until the footage catches up here. In scenes, you want to just have your main menu. You can customize your main menu however you want. I just had it as showing your health, hunger, and thirst, and the other stuff. So put your stats in here. When I was recording this, I forgot I wanted health, hunger, and thirst, not food and water. Something I completely forgot about when I was trying to do that at the start. But yeah. So I think I changed it here. Nope, I did not. Guess we'll wait. Alright, so I finally changed it here to health, hunger, and thirst. So having your tags surrounded by these characters here will show the amount. So if you have health +1, it will show us health 1, or health +2, health 2, things like that. So it won't just say health surrounded by those brackets. So next you want to add your choices of what you can do. You can make these into separate menus, or you can just have actions on the same page. It's up to you. First choice I did was inventory, which took you to a menu that showed your supplies. So this is where we can see the food and water. And again, I did what I did in the first one: food, that, and then water under it. And then I added a back button, which just took you back to the menu. Forgot to name the menu. It is useful to name the menu so you can tell what you're looking at. So then I added the scavenge option. This is probably the most important parts of this tutorial that can be kind of challenging if you don't know what to do. So what happens is you add 2 acts. There's a button that says add act at the bottom. You want to add 2. When you add your first one, that you can just ignore that one. So technically you need to add 3, but use 2 of them. So use act 2 and act 3. Act 2, name whatever you want. I named it something that I could look at and tell what I was looking at. Then you want to put in another tag, which is whatever the chance of that loot is. So if you want different loot tables, you can have different loot tables. This is just a normal one. I'm just using one to keep this one simple. So you do loot. So no, hold on. Sorry about that. I forgot. So you had 2 different chances. The top chance will or choices, not chances. The top choice will add to your chance, and the bottom one will redirect you back to the menu if you have more than 1 chance. And then you want to have a redirect button, and you want to bring that to the top, so that's the main priority. So what this is when your chance is above your max. So say you want your max to be 10. Make it say is greater or equal to 11, but put that on the bottom. Always have your if statement on the bottom. That's what I found out about this. So loot chance will be set to 3 if loot chance is 4 or above. So you need to make sure your action of what you're doing to the tag is at the top, because half the time this won't work. Anyway, so then your third act will just return you back to the loot table, or the randomizer. So then that chance that adds, or the choice that adds to your chance, takes you back to the return, which then comes back, so you have a 50-50 chance to get more chance, or go back to the menu. Which means, for mine, I had 3 loot chance, which means it can go up to 3, it's random, it has a 50-50 to be 1 or go back, or another 1 and go back, and so on until it gets to 4. Now we're adding the loot tables, or the loot tables. So, food, here, this is just an example for 1, you can get 5 food if your chance is equal to 1. So chance will be at the bottom, and food gives 5 at the top. And since I had 3 different chances, I can have 3 different outcomes. So we have food, water, and the third is finding nothing. I explained that a bit too fast because now we've got to wait for the footage to catch up. But that's okay. At least you get to see what's actually happening and what I'm doing here. So again, for water plus 5, if loot chance equals 2, you can customize it however you want. This is just how I did it. Then there's one that just says you found nothing, which is, it doesn't give you anything, it just only shows up if your loot chance is equal to 3. It will never go above 3 for me, because I had the redirect button that made sure that when it's 4 or above, it will go down to 3. Here I tried to test it, and the scavenge button didn't seem to work. I was wondering why, but sometimes that just happens when you're testing. But just to make sure that I could fix it, I made sure that when you go to scavenge, or I did this later on, I'll explain it while it's happening, so it's a bit more easier to understand. I don't know how long it took me to actually figure out what the problem was here. But yeah, we'll just wait. Alright, here we go. Now I'm back to menu. So when you scavenge, it will set your loot chance to 0, which means that it will completely restart. So it will be random rather than having more chance of something building up. Which is better. So press scavenge and there you go. There was one problem, which was when I went to the inventory. It would still show me what loot I got last time, because the loot chance was still the same. So once you finished looting, the loot chance was still the same as before. So you could just keep going to the inventory and going back and getting the same amount of loot without pressing scavenge. This is obviously a problem if you saw my game, because looting takes time. If you had a glitch like this, you could just loot forever without taking any time. This is an example right there. You go to inventory, you go back, and it will always be the same thing from before. So to fix this, you want to go to your text that says health, hunger, and thirst. So whatever's above your choices. You can do this on other things. I just did it here because it just seemed to be the place that would probably work the best. And then you do the same as what you did on scavenge, so that will also set your loot to 0. I kept that on scavenge just so no glitches would happen. So here we go, I'm demonstrating scavenge, inventory, back, and it fixes it up, which is good. So there you have it. That's the loot chances and some of the displays for it. The next episode I might show some things unrelated to this, like custom soundtracks and things like, seems to be a seizure going on in the background, custom soundtracks and things like custom backgrounds, and the apps I will be using will be Ibis Paint X and Medley for the custom soundtracks. Medley, if you want to get a soundtrack that really captures what your game's trying to show, it will be kind of rare to get with the default thing, so you might have to pay, but we'll try and work around it and see what we can make of that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial. And also, thank you to MJ Plays 316. I wouldn't have made this video without you leaving a comment. And just thanks for commenting in the first place and interacting, I guess. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. Farewell.